Get down! Get down!
So Gerard, you play Agent Mike Benning in the movie, and I'm sure you did a lot of research on the Secret Service. What was the most interesting thing you found out?
Well, we used a lot of the knowledge that we got from them, and we put it into the movie to make it not just interesting for me as a character, but interesting from an audience point of view. Like, what is the protocol after a terrorist attack if you are the counterterrorism agent in the White House? What do you do with the air vents? You know, how do you establish outside lines of communication? You assess the enemy. How many are there? What do they want? How do you start playing games with them? We put all that into the movie so that you could really see what somebody would have to go through. But to me, the thing that I picked up more than anything, which helped me in my performance, was talking to the guys, because I spent a lot of time with these guys, and it's what's going on in here and here. When they start talking about engaging the enemy, those moments of those people who would hurt them or their colleagues or the civilians of the country that they live in, you see this passion, this danger coming out in their eyes and they're so humble, these guys, they're amazing, I love them. But when they start talking about that, then that's what I wanted to click into. I thought, that's who I want to play. That I want that guy who knows what it means to have to take on an enemy with emotion. Yeah, they have to be focused, but there's definitely a level of payback, and you know, they're going to suffer for what they did to me and what they did to the people that I love.
Does the idea of the movie scare you?
The idea of what?
Of the movie, does it scare you?
I think that, yeah, I mean, it really makes you think. And that's, look, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. And it's exciting entertainment. You heighten the reality, but you base it in a possibility. So you always want to reflect the background of the world that you live in. If we made it about Spanish terrorists, nobody would care, really. So, you know, it reflects the kind of the political climate that we live in. And right now, terrorism is a big problem in the world, and the threat that we have to our political institutions. So you're in there already, you're attached, you know, this is it. So I like the idea of how provocative it is, but then when you spend time making the movie, then you go, wow, this is scary. It's a scary world we live in. But I live in those fantasies anyway. I was in New York during 9/11. I was in London during the 7/7 bombings. I was even the Rodney King riots in LA back in '92. I was there for them. I seem to be in all the wrong places. So I spend a lot of time in my head anyway, imagining worst case scenarios and what that would be like.
We're talking about the safety of the President of the United States.
We're talking about a hell of a lot more than that, sir.
Do you think the President will watch this movie?
I think he has watched this movie. I think all the presidents have watched this movie. I have friends at the White House that have worked with the different presidents, so I know that both Bush Sr. and Jr. watched it, and even Jimmy Carter and his wife watched it. And I think, actually, Bill Clinton. In fact, I spoke to Bill Clinton. He saw it. He loved it. He even introduced me at this. He was doing this for his foundation, and he said, listen, this man saved our country. He's a true hero, and he loved it. So I'm pretty sure Obama's seen it as well. I mean, the response we got from Washington was, I got to say, I was nervous. We took it to Washington. We showed it to politicians. We showed it to Secret Service. We showed it to journalists and just Washington residents. And I was a little nervous, but I sat there, and they loved it because they understood the tone of the movie, that it is provocative, but it's entertainment. It's an idea. And, you know, they laughed at all the right places and gasped at all the right places and cheered and screamed. And it's a very vocal movie. It really draws you in. You're very much on the edge of your seat, no matter who you are.
You play the absolute hero in this movie. Are there some little heroic things you do in your day-to-day life? I
try to. I mean, in my life, had to extend myself a few times to kind of dangerous levels and things that I've gone past, that I've seen, like car accidents and fires that I've had to jump into. One guy pulled over, jumped out his car, his car was on fire. I grabbed the fire extinguisher, jump under his car and start putting out the fire in the truck, and saved a boy when he was drowning. I've done a bunch, and I'm always the kind of, if somebody's stuck or I can't go because I always think of them as my family as well. If it's like an older woman who's struggling, I always think that could be my mother, or my gran, or my, whatever. So I whenever I see anything like that, I always have to lend a hand, because I think we all should. And I see a lot of other people, and I've been helped, by the way, also a lot I've been in trouble myself a couple of times, and have been very much helped by strangers.